We're in beautiful downtown Honolulu. We're going to be dropping by to see Brian Kimata, owner of Brian's Fishing Supply, for his recommendation of hooks. We're at Brian Kimata store, Brian's Fishing Supply, downtown Honolulu. We're gonna try to get some hooks for my Kastmaster.
Again, Hawaii is a different. Hawaii is a different.
Yeah, because the flat rate starts at like 865 or something, right?
Like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
This is Brian Kimata, the owner of Brian's Fishing Supply. How's it going?
Hey. How's it going, Chris?
I brought this Kastmaster lure with me, and I was kind of hoping you would recommend a nice treble for that, something that's strong and lightweight that won't affect the swimming action.
Yeah, we definitely have that. It's a good size Kastmaster, so it's going to need a good size hook.
Okay.
I'm going to say that we're going to do the BKKs.
Okay.
This would also work as well, but the BKK is very strong and it's lighter than this.
Okay.
So it's not going to impede the swimming action of this lure. This lure wants to move, and this will allow it to move more.
Okay.
But even if you're using braided line, you wouldn't have to worry about it opening up or anything. So, yeah, that's a 1/0 size, and that looks like the appropriate size hook for this.
Yes, it does.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds like a good suggestion.
Yep, I think it's going to go.
All right, thank you. Okay, Brian, what would you suggest for these type of metal lures in terms of singles, doubles, the weights, everything?
Well, I would do the lightest you can get away with, and yet not have an issue with it straightening out. Yeah, because everything kind of depends on what you're doing, whether it's mono or braided line or so forth. But braided line, you need a strong hook, so it'd either be a stinger like this 4X or this BKK. And this is a lighter of the two, so I kind of would go with this.
Okay.
Some people would argue that you could use a single like this, and you probably could. My suggestion is I probably would opt for this. I think the hookup is better. I think a lot of times with something like this, you might miss an opportunity because of the way the hook is moving and it's just not hooking up. However, if you're planning on catch and releasing, the issue with this is sometimes you do get a lot of damage.
You want to hold
on
that
fish.
up there? Take a good look at that.
Trebles. Sometimes they fall hook the fish in some pretty bad places in the eye.
Right.
Sometimes you get a couple stuck in them, and it takes a while to get your fish unhooked, and sometimes they can't make it. So if you're catching and releasing, maybe that, but it's always a compromise between the two, yeah?
Right.
One suggestion might be, if you're doing catch and release and you do want to do a treble, is maybe bend the barbs down. Like I normally bend the barbs down on all the plugs I throw, and it makes it a lot easier to facilitate taking it out and getting the fish back.
You're talking about barbless style.
Well, it really isn't a barbless in this, so I just make them barbless. I just get a crimping plier and I just crimp the barbs down.
Okay.
But I always do that.
Oh,
That's a good thing.
you're saving my fingers getting caught too.
Yeah, you snag your shorty, you snag yourself. It's way less dangerous. But I don't know. I think it works fairly well. I haven't lost anything because I've been the market.
Okay, perfect. Anything else you want to add to that?
No, I think you just kind of want to keep in mind that the weight of the hook and the amount of resistance the hook has in the water can affect any lure that's moving in this kind of manner. So the action becomes muted as the hook or the resistance in the water gets heavier. So that's a key point.
Okay, I'm with Brian Kimata at Brian's Fishing Supply. Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks, Chris.
Aloha, guys. I'm going to try to put together a leader for our Kastmaster. Okay, I'm going to modify the standard Kastmaster. This is a 2-ounce. This is what the 2-ounce will look like out of the box. Okay, why are we going to modify this? Basically because I want to get a different reaction than what it's going to give me now. This is going to be a little bit too straightforward. I want to ensure that the hookup's going to be pretty solid. So let's get to work here. Got my split rings, shears, crimper, just about every tool that any serious angler would have. All right. So we're going to want to take off the hook here. We're going to use a split ring on it. Split ring pliers. Not the easiest thing to use. I'm not that great with it. If you're a jeweler, yeah, because you use it every day, but I'm not the best with it. So I'm gonna pull off this rig right now. This hook off of the 2-ounce Kastmaster. There. Okay, we got that off. That was simple. Okay, I went to go see my friend Brian Kimata that owns Brian's Fishing Supply. He recommended this style of hook. This is the Raptor Z, and this is what we're going to use to put on this the treble rather than the single. Okay, so that's what it looks like. The barbs, if you're more into releasing fish, try to use a pair of pliers, pinch down the barbs. But usually when you're working with this big of a hook, it means that you're going for something very big and something very specific. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like that. So let's use our split ring pliers again. Okay. It was, ouch, got myself already. It was a really nice day today, but started to rain, so I had to put my hat on. I already had all my stuff out, so I figure I'm not just going to put it away. I'm just going to try to finish this as much as possible. Okay, that's what it looks like now. All right, but we still have the top part here. Now, what are we going to do about that? Well, let's see what we got here. We can use some hyper wire split rings. This one's rated for 36 kilos. This one's rated for 54. 54 looks pretty good. So we're going to, but be aware that the 54 is also thicker wire and it's going to be a little bit harder to work with. So we're going to use our split ring pliers again. And this takes a little doing, trying to get it in there. Let's see now. I was kind of hoping I could use that as a pair of pliers too, but let's see. That was the one thing I forgot to bring down, was a set of needle nose. Anytime you work with any type of thick wiring like this, it's a pain, trust me. There. Got some meat into it. Would have been easy if I remembered my needle nose. And anytime you work this close with trebles, do be careful, because getting poked by one of these is not good. Oh, I can't believe we got that darn thing on. Isn't that cool? Okay, now we got this on. We're going to use crane swivel 2/0. That means a 2-aught. So I got a loose one in the bag here. Okay, now we're going to put this on the split ring. Like I said, anytime you work with split ring pliers, oh, it's never easy, trust me. I guess a professional jeweler would have an easier time with this, but not me. Because this crane swivel is very, very thick. So let me switch to another pair of split ring pliers. Maybe this one will give me a little bit more leverage to work with, and it does. It was a little bit wider, so I was able to get in there. Okay, work it through. Ooh, the rain's picking up. Okay, we got the basics done. So let me show you what I have so far. Okay, we got a 2-ounce Kastmaster split ring with a 2-aught swivel on the top. The bottom part, we have our treble hook. So right now we changed the way this looks. Okay, now we can add to this by putting beads on the leader, or if you don't want to add beads, that's fine. So what I was going to do was, we've got 60 and 80. So I'm going to do this one up with 60, and I'm going to do the other one up with 80. Okay. And you don't have to make it long. In fact, a longer leader will kind of work against you. Okay, we cap this off. Cut that. Always make sure you spend good money on a decent pair of crimpers. You got to have at least one decent set of crimpers. All right. Now we can tie this on just about every type of hook. I mean, every type of knot imaginable. But let's do something different today. What I got here is line saver, line protector. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut off a small section of this. Let's say about like so. Okay, a little more, just a hair bit more than an inch. Okay, we're going to put our line through it like that. And before we begin, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crimp it. So I got my 1.4 in the one. So I think the 1.0 was perfect for the 80-pound mono leader. Okay. Okay. We're using the 1.0. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this, we're going to put on, this is a double barrel sleeve, okay? Put the line to the double barrel sleeve. Then we're going to put on the section of line saver, okay? Put this through. Does that look right? Yeah, that looks right. Then put it back through the double barrel, like so. And voila. Okay, that's what we got right now. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to crimp this. You do one at each end, one crimp, but not up to the very end. Leave about like a little space, like maybe a 1/16 of an inch. That's it. Okay. So we got that in. This is one way of doing it. You don't have to do it this way. But I just wanted to show you that it can be done. That's why we just did this. So let's just take this off for now. Okay. What I prefer to use is Palomar knots. I've done so well with Palomars. It's ridiculous. So we're going to double the line. Like that. Put it through. Take one loop around. Okay. Put your whole rig through that loop you just made. Okay, we're going to work it up, so it's going to work through the loop we just put on. Like so. Okay. Like that. Let's see now. It would help if you put some lubrication on to cinch it up. But today we don't have to do that. There we go. See, when you're doing this, make sure you grab this tight, because so you don't, the hook's gonna come in and really do some damage. There we go. Doesn't that look better? We're gonna cut off the excess line. I give it about maybe a 1/4 of an inch. The reason why I do that is this is my thing here. I like to use a lighter. So what we're gonna do, burn it, tap it. See, tap it. Look at it. There is now melted line at the tip. In case you do get a really good strike and it comes through, it won't go all the way through. So how does that look? Okay, now I think I want to put on a bead. I'm going to use a red bead. I get glow beads too that are large, 4.5 mils. I think I'm going to go with just a regular 4.5 for daytime use, not for nighttime. So I'm going to put the bead through it. The bead is supposed to resemble the eye of the fish, but then again, we're talking about some fish that can't see certain colors, but that's the way it looks. I think it looks pretty good, don't you? Now, we have this open in here. So, we can do a couple things. We can use a crane swivel. We can attach that to a crane swivel. Or we can, let's see. I got some other things here, some fancy things. I got some ocean snaps. We can use ocean snaps. Most people use the ball bearing swivels with the coast lock snaps. Those are almost universal. A lot of people like using this. But for today, I want to use Invisa swivels. These are the same things that you make fluorocarbon line out of. These are great. And what it is I showed in a previous video on what Invisa swivel is. It's virtually invisible when it hits the water. Okay. So you can attach this to the end. Now the end meaning this part here. This is the end. There's a hole in there and a notch. So what you can do, put it through the hole like that. Okay. And you can just use almost any kind of nut you want. So this one I'm just going to go take 1, 2, 3, 4.5 loops. Put it through what it started from. Pretty much a standard knot that most people use. Let's see now. It's harder to work with the thicker line like this. Okay. Looks pretty good. Snip off the excess. Always use braid scissors. Braid scissors are corrugated. I leave a 1/4 inch out because where did I put my? Oh, here it is. My lighter. Because I'm going to burn the end off. Not off, but I'm going to burn it to the point where it's gonna as soon as the wind stops. There. See, until it bubbles at the end, and I pat it down to make that little stopper. Look at that. This is an Invisa swivel. See, look at that. Turns, bends, and this is what I'm going to use to attach to my main line. And there you have it. This is one of many ways of modifying it. Now, you can put teasers, meaning threads. You can attach threads to this to make it a teaser style. And you have many choices of glow in the dark and regular threads. And this one here, the UV minnow, this is really good. So there's a lot of things you can do to modify your system. Try to think outside the box. Do things that are a little bit different. You'd be amazed by the results you get. All right, thanks. All right, YouTubers, I am back. This is one of my favorite plugging rigs. Shimano Spheros SW6000, 50-pound test braid. This is Jerry Brown braid. Okay, this is a Lamiglass 11-foot insane surf. Right? This is a great combination. I keep things together with my little bungee style things that I use to keep it together with, they work pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this ready for using this. The rod is easily rated for this. Let me see. It says it's rated for 14 to 40 pound test line, 2 to 6 ounces fast action. Okay, it's medium heavy, so it's perfect for what we're going to use it for. All right, so let's see what we got to work with here. Okay, I had a three-way swivel on this. Cut this off. Okay, now we're gonna add this on. There's a notch here. See that little notch? We're gonna put it to the hole right there that's under the notch. Again, tie whatever type of knot you want. So make a loop, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one I'm going to do 6 wraps. Come to the same hole again. Okay. There we go. That's all you got to do. So cut the line. Look at that. Not a bad looking setup. Okay. Now let me show you something. A lot of people will use the hooks and they'll put the hooks on the reel, scratch to finish up the reel. Oh man, you get a nice $200, $300 reel. You don't want to do that. Other people, they'll put it right into the alkanite guides, the rings, and what's going to happen? You're going to scratch this. You scratch this, and your line rubs against it. The line will get chafed, and you lose your fish. Put it through the metal guides. What's going to happen? Corrosion will set in when you open that up. So what do? See this white plastic item right here? Well, what I do is I put the hook through that. I'll show you in a moment what this is. Just want to get it in there. Cinch up on the line. Perfect. Now see, this is a bell holder. So when you're out surf casting and you put your rod back into the sand spike, this is where you put your bell, all right? But this acts also as a good accessory for whippers, that if you want to put your hook safely without scratching your rod or your reel, put it through there. Look at that. Isn't that great? So this way you keep your rod, your guides, your reel safe from being scratched and dulling the hook. So basically, that's my setup. That's what I'm going to use when I go out. And like I said, when you tie your knots, tie whatever you like. I personally, I like Palomar. You can't go wrong with a Palomar. Never had any problems. But there you go. Thanks a lot.